there, winos. This is Vince.Wine. It's time for another Stella Rosa Spotlight. And today, we've actually got a bright, sunny day. Finally, a clear day for the Stella Rosa Spotlight. I had such terrible luck with rainy, crazy, ugly weather, as much as I do love the rain. But what perfect weather for Stella Rosa Moscato. Today I've got Stella Rosa Moscato D'Asti and Stella Rosa Moscato Sparkling. I'm super excited to pop the corks on these bad boys on today's Stella Rosa Spotlight. Hey, thanks for joining me. And before we get started today, if you want to be a winoceros, hit subscribe on this channel to become a wino today. I put out new videos every single Saturday, so be sure to hit that bell icon to stay notified for more great wine content. Okay, let's get started with Stella Rosa Moscato D'Asti. So Moscato D'Asti is actually a really beautiful and classic wine growing region in Italy. This is an imported wine. It is in fact a DOCG, or a protected wine growing region in Italy. The Asti region is in the northwestern area of Piemonte or Piedmont, Italy, and is known mainly for growing these sort of sweet and semi-sparkling wines, otherwise called frizzantes in style, that are made from the Moscato Bianco grape. And tastings.com did give this wine 90 points, which is pretty cool. So this is probably, of all of Stella Rosa's wines, I would imagine this is definitely the most typical and classic in style. In my opinion, it sort of all starts from right here, and then everything else is sort of based on this Moscato D'Asti. It's that semi-sweet, semi-sparkling, and that is classic Stella Rosa with all their wines. Okay, first and foremost, look how beautiful that is in the glass. This is really bright and really pretty. It is just tinging off of pale straw to somewhat of like a golden in there as well. And then check that out on my glass. You can see all of those really frothy looking bubbles there, and that's going to be a little natural carbonation from the semi-sparkling frizzante style that they capture in the bottle, and that's probably going to be a touch of residual sugar in there as well. Again, it is semi-sweet. Let's go ahead and take the nose. Oh yeah, this is really typical Moscato D'Asti. It just screams of that gorgeous sort of melony, sweet and tropical flavors as well. Totally honeysuckle all over this bad boy as well. It's so refreshing on the nose too. It's really pretty, and I can just tell it's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's get this on the palate. Oh yeah, that is so cool. It's just so bright and effervescent. This is just such a celebratory wine. I could easily see this. I would love this on a really hot day. I could just see myself sitting out looking at the beautiful rolling hills of Piemonte and enjoying, you know, nice little picnic basket with something sweet like this. And it's not overly sweet either. This is not like a punch you in the mouth with sugar. And it's also not so sparkling that it's like cloying and dry or bitter. No way. This is so approachable. It is just fresh and fruity and lively, and it's got a really nice finish too. It is sort of a lengthy finish with fruitiness in there, which makes it really pretty. Yeah, the sugar comes sort of in the finish. On the palate, you get all this really pretty fruit, but then as you finish, you sort of get a rush of sweetness to it. I could see this with some brie cheese and grapes just to picnic with, or otherwise just sort of lighter fare. So this wine sits at a really easy 5.5% alcohol too, so you can definitely enjoy a few glasses without getting overwhelmed or getting that sort of tired feeling from the alcohol. And just one other thing, I love the presentation of Stella Rosa wines. These bottles are always so gorgeous. Check out the capsule there. It is really pretty with that golden crown on there showing up in that red. Then you've got that sort of spangled capsule there. You see the DOCG imported from Italy tag on there, and then of course the presentation of the bottle itself. The glass has that really nice crown crest on there with a really attractive label as well. So this is just going to look really nice sitting on your table, and should definitely be a starter for summertime when you can invite guests over again and just hang out in your backyard and do a little cook-off. This really should start the day. Okay, not a bad first start by any means. Okay, next up, Moscato Sparkling. Okay, so once again, a really beautiful presentation on this bottle with a really gorgeous gold capsule. Oh my gosh, look at this. I love that crown capsule on there. Just super beautiful. I almost want to save it and like put it away in a book or something. Make a little collection of them. All sparkling wines tend to have that little cap on there. Jeez. And look at this really beautiful cork as well. I just love the way that that looks. It's got the Stella Rosa logo on there, and then the crown on the top and the crown on the bottom too. Really nice design there, product of Italy. Okay, I'm really excited. Let's give this one a try. Really beautiful color, once again, very similar to the Moscato D'Asti. Now, this is a wine made with the same Moscato Bianco grapes, and I believe imported from the same region. And you can see as I turn my glass here, it does have a little bit of the frothiness, but not too much. This is gonna be not semi-sparkling Frizzante, but full sparkling here. And you can see those bubbles just rising up to the top like that, just indicative of that sparkling method in the wine. Okay, let's take the nose. Oh yeah, this is really pretty too. Again, very fruity is the first thing I get. Certainly some melon, honeydew melon and honeysuckle, but there's also a little bit of like, I'm getting a touch of orange in there as well, maybe like orange blossoms. Really nice. Okay, let's get it on the palate. Ooh, okay, that is a lot more fun on the palate because it's just so vibrant. Man, that is just a mouthful of really sharp bubbles. This is gonna go really well with anything that you're eating. I could basically have this with pretty much any cuisine. You're gonna be pretty happy, but especially because it has that little touch of sweetness on it, I recommend something with a little bit of heat. Oh yeah, think like anything sort of like curry spices or Asian or Indo-Pacific foods that have like spiciness to them. You're gonna be pretty happy with the sweetness here. And because of the bubbles, that mouthfeel is gonna hold up to pretty much any kind of cuisine. I do sort of see seafood, maybe like oysters or something like that with this as well, although it could possibly overpower, so I guess I have to think about that one. But it's also just a fun self-drinking wine, just to enjoy a glass. It looks really beautiful, and once again, the presentation is just killer. This is gonna look great on any tabletop. Believe it or not, it's actually a little bit weightier on the palate than the Moscato D'Asti. That was a touch lighter, and this is a bit more thick and round, and yet does have that crisp sparkliness from those bubbles. So for that reason, it's very satisfying on the palate as well. And you can see this one actually received 91 points, so I'm sort of in the majority here with my assessment. They're both fantastic wines for different reasons, with this one delivering more a flurry of flavor and the other one delivering more of that terroir and sense of place. All right, winos, well, that was pretty fun. I really am enjoying these Stella wines. You know, oh, I have to thank Stella Rosa once again for sponsoring this video. Thank you for sending me these really awesome wines. If you enjoyed what you saw here today, please leave me a like. That helps so much. Don't forget to share this video with your wine friends. And until next time, winos, drink safe and drink well. And that whole thing is gonna show like a